people? Yeah, let's get it in. Performing a series of rituals. What's up, Patreon family? Look, I thought this point was important, especially by Phil, to really understand how powerful or how the ego steps in the way heavy. Because when we're trying to penetrate our subconscious mind, still might have some blockages. Our ego, our conscious mind, does not want to believe. In order for it to bend to your will, we need to move in a space doing these practices. And in this Alakazam book, he'll talk about performing a series of rituals, which is very powerful and very potent in your magical practices. Because remember, this is a practice. What does practice mean? Consistency, over and over and over again. Now, we get the idea and the notion, when you say, I've done the ritual and voila, make manifest. But you have to be honest with yourself, and you have to come into a space of saying, okay, well, let me do this again. Let me do it again. Let me do it again and again and again. Remember, cause and effect. For every cause, there has to be an effect. If you are putting a type of energy out there that's not diving into the specific intention that you need or want, then that makes it clear that you must keep doing these rituals over and over and over again, so you will be able to manifest whatever your intention is. So I'm gonna read this part of Alakazam from Phil, because oh boy. Performing a series of rituals. All too often, there is a presumption that one ritual will suffice. This is not strictly true. It may well be true for the expert magician, but for the novice, different rules apply. A lot of people make the mistake of thinking that you only need to do one sigil ritual and then it all works out marvelously. This isn't true. Sometimes you can hit it with one ritual. Other times you need to spread it out, the same ritual, over a period, and it's hard to say how long, 5 days or a week maybe. But usually when you begin to feel that inner comfort, listen to that again, so that means when you're doing this ritual, right, you can be confident and assured that it worked in your own being, in your own thought processes. But do you have that knowing? Do you have that, okay, I know, shoot, I'm good. I put out so much energy. I know something's coming back. I'll give you an example. There was a ritual, a candle ritual I did. In the candle ritual, I had to do the ritual over and over and over and over again, because for some reason, I didn't really feel confident in it. So, I did it throughout a week. Probably took me 10 minutes to do it. 10 minutes, y'all. That's it. Just 10 minutes to do something quick to really tap into your subconscious mind. Listen, we have to understand holistically how our subconscious mind, our spirit, is the thing that's moving us. Till we understand this autonomous nature, and we understand when we impact that, then everything starts to change. Then we can really step outside of ourselves and say, this physical conscious work, this analytical thinking way of moving, this ain't working. Let me change the trajectory of my thought because of the belief system I had in the past, hindering my intention, my future. So yeah, so the point was, ritual had to be beat up in my subconscious because my conscious mind wasn't having it. And eventually, voila, hey, that's what it is. That's what we're talking about. Talking about doing magical works all the time. So let me get to it, what it said. But usually when you begin to feel that inner comfort, that idea that the thing has actually worked, that is the time when you need not do it anymore. So this confidence thing, but that inner knowing that like, okay, this thing worked. The whole idea and the purpose is to get it down to just one ritual rather than a series. And it is important to put enthusiasm into occult work. It should never become a drudgery. This is important. This is what we're talking about of being a high vibrational being. This is what we're talking about of, and see, I might have to start calling it, because y'all know I say fuck woke do work, but that work has such a negative connotation to it, so I might have to start calling it fuck woke do play. Hey, because at the same time, the more and more I say work, the more and more people might have the idea like, ooh, this is gonna be harder. This is gonna be, no, you're supposed to be playful in this thing. This thing is supposed to be something that you just naturally do, something that you love to do. The unseen world is a beautiful world. We have to get into the space of really playing and dabbling into that part of us that knows, because this physical two eyes does not know, but this first eye, oh, it knows. There should never be any sense of obligation or duty. There should never be any sense of obligation or duty. You plan out your ritual and you decide what you want. You do the entire thinking first, then create the sigil, perform the ritual, and then allow your subconscious mind to do the work. It knows exactly what you want when you tell it and exactly how to go about getting it. You don't need to specify exactly how such and such a thing is going to work. All you have to do is specify what you want and leave the energy that you have conjured. Leave the energy to get on with the job of materializing your desire. The graduated exercises in this book have brought you this far, and you should be well on your way to becoming an effective magician. Right, so this is very powerful, because at the same time and at the end of the day, we got to understand that to the core. You want to not, especially if you're a beginner, you want to do a lot of rituals, many rituals, have fun with this thing and see what happens. See what comes up. See what materializes from you doing this work. You know how you go to a job, from now they pay you? It's the same thing. So I'm saying you can do a ritual in an hour for an hour. So let's say you do a ritual for 30 minutes a day. Just, maybe the same ritual for 30 minutes a day for a week. Have fun with that. You don't look for action reaction. All you want to do is see what happens. You want to be enthusiastic about seeing what materializes. It's going to come in the most conscious way ever. You're going to be like, oh wait, I went to, no. But if you didn't do that, then you wouldn't have did that. You see what I'm saying? It's going to come to you like, oh, what? I kind of just started moving a little bit differently, and then all of a sudden, da 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 da. Or you went to the pizza store, and then all of a sudden from the pizza store, you met that chick. And when you met that chick, I got in a car accident. And then from that car accident, you got a settlement of $10,000. But it's so logical. I did a ritual for $10,000, but was that the ritual? Was that the magic? Yes, that's what it was. So then when you start to understand these things, right, and you start to say, thank you, spirit, right, and things start lining up, you will understand that your spirit, subconscious mind is the all. Man, shout out to the family, man. Y'all know what it is. Let me know if y'all have any questions.